Welcome to this special mini-series about palaces of Seoul. I am Jenny. I'll be guiding you on this journey to the Korean history.
Hi, I'm Pauline and I'm glad to be here today to learn more about the palaces.
So, let's figure it out together with Cosmojin and Pauline.
Let's go!
The Gyeongbokgung Palace was the main royal palace of Joseon Dynasty, which lasted from 1392 to 1910. That corresponds to the period between the Renaissance and the outbreak of World War I in European history. Gyeongbokgung Palace is the main royal palace of Joseon Dynasty, where you can see the classic example of palace architecture. Today, we'll discover 10 treasures we must see at Gyeongbokgung Palace. Good? So, let's take a look at this Hachi statue. Hachi or Hete is a legendary animal. It is said that Hachi was able to find out who is guilty and who is lying. So these days, it's a mascot of Seoul. You can find their picture on Seoul taxis. This is Gwangwhamun Gate. It's the main and south gate of Gyeongbokgung Palace. The name Gwanghwa means the brilliance or brightness of the king shines on the whole country. What makes the Korean palace so special is the name of the buildings. The palace buildings were named after Confucian values. Confucianism was the ruling idea, religion, philosophy that had great impact on Joseon. Since Joseon was a strict Confucian state, all the buildings were built and arranged according to the Confucian classics. So Gyeongbokgung Palace can be divided into two areas. One is the outer area, which was a governing court, and the inner area, which was a residential court. The bridge in front of you is called Yeongjaegyo Bridge. It divides the king's inviolable area from the people's area. There's a mythical animal named Cheollok. They are guarding the palace against any bad energy coming through the waterway. According to the legend, Cheollok reveal themselves in the reign of peace when the king is doing good. That's why people put Cheollok over there. This is the highlight of Gyeongbokgung Palace. Geunjeongjeon Hall is the main throne hall of the palace. The name Geunjeong means diligent governance, which is a Confucian value that the king should follow. It was a venue for important state events such as coronation ceremonies, royal weddings, and greeting foreign envoys. There are many things to see at Geunjeongjeon Hall. So, the courtyard is covered with these rough granite stones called baksok. Its uneven shape is the intended design. It helps draining when it rains. Moreover, it protected the government officials' eyesight from strong sunlight by irregular reflection. These are called 풍계석, rank stones, for the state events, place of government officials in order of their rank. This one says 정팔품, senior 8th degree. High-ranking officials stood in front of the row near the king. This is called 삼도. Here are 3 lanes and the middle one is slightly higher and wider than the others. It was for whom?
The king.
Yes, for the king. Shall we walk on the king's lane?
Let's go.
Can you guess which one was the king's stairway?
No.
This one.
Where? Here?
Yes?
That's not stairs.
Well, the king didn't go up on foot. He sat on the sedan chair and the servants carried him all the way up. So a pair of 봉황 is engraved on tapdo. 봉황 is a mythical bird that only shows up in the reign of peace, just like Cheollok, the one you saw at Yeongjaegyo Bridge. So since this is the main throne hall, there's the throne that the king sat on. And behind the throne, you can see the Irorobondo Screen. It literally means the sun and moon and 5 mountain peaks, all of which you can see in the painting. The sun and moon symbolize the harmony of yin-yang, and the 5 mountains refer to the Korean territory. The painting, Ilwolobongdo itself, was a symbol of the king. let's go to the left side of the building. So when you look up, there are 7 clawed dragons on the ceiling. Can you see that? Over there. The dragon was a symbol of the emperor or king. Joseon kings wore a robe embroidered with a dragon. These stone statues are the guardians of Geunjeongjeon Hall. To start with, 4 legendary animals, the guardians of the 4 directions, are placed on each direction: blue dragon, white tiger, red phoenix, and black tortoise. So, have you heard of ear of dog and ear of pig and such?
Yes.
That's a tradition based on zodiac animals. There are 12 zodiac animals and 9 of them are placed around here. So, do you know your zodiac animal?
I'm a bull.
Bull? Then let's take a selfie with bull.
Okay.
So, this bucket is called tumu. Can you guess the use of this metal bucket?
Not really.
Not really. I'll give you a hint. It was filled with water. Well, this was to prevent fire, since the wooden buildings are vulnerable to fire. Tumu pressed on the energy of fire with the energy of water. What's more, the evil of fire was too ugly that they got frightened and ran away when they saw their reflection on the water.
What if there was a fire?
Well, they had fire alert system, and there was a huge pond over there, and they had a metal hook on the building to get on the roof to put out a fire. This is Gyeonghaeru Pavilion. Gyeonghaeru Pavilion was a grand banquet hall for the important state events, parties, and feasts. And it was exclusively used by the royals as a place to relax. The king enjoyed the beautiful scenery on the boat. So we are now at Sangdong Hall. Sangdong Hall was the king's office. Sangdong means thoughtful governance. It was a conference room where the king discussed state affairs with government officials. Geunjeongjeon Hall was the king's bedchamber. Gyeongnyeong is the 3rd blessing among 5 blessings from a Confucian classic, which is health. Have you heard of ondol, Korean traditional heating system? That's firebox. The heat from the fire flows through the passage under the room, and the heat warms the floor and the air in the room, and smoke goes out through the chimney.
Do you still use ondol?
We still use ondol. Korean houses and apartments have a modernized version of ondol, usually called boiler, which runs on gas, while this ondol system used charcoal. I told you that the smoke goes out through the chimney. But where's the chimney? These are the chimneys. It says 만수무강, live a long and healthy life, and 천세만세, live 1,000 and 1,000 years. Both of them are about longevity, but the Joseon kings didn't live long due to stress and overwork. The king's daily schedule was full of work and study. Gyeongjaegyo was the queen's living quarters. The name Gyeongtae symbolizes the harmony of yin-yang, earth and heaven, queen and king. The queen was the mother of the people, so she had heavy responsibility and had very little freedom.
Oh, that's too bad.
The rear garden was her refuge from the stressful duties. It's called Anisa Mount. Those are the chimneys from Gyeongjaegyo Hall. Gyeongjeon Hall was the living quarters of the Queen Dowager, the king's mother. Gyeongjeon Hall has this beautiful flower-patterned wall. It is decorated with 10장생, 10 longevity symbols and auspicious symbols. Let's take a closer look. This is bamboo tree. This is tortoiseshell pattern. All these patterns were a wish for Taebi Mama, Queen Dowager's long, healthy life. Did you enjoy the Gyeongbokgung tour?
Yes.
I hope this tour gave you a glimpse of the Joseon Royal Palace. Curious to know more about the palaces?
Follow us on the next video.
Or join us on a tour.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.